Hello Aquarius and welcome to the Green Women Tarot. This is your reading for the next 2 weeks, which is from the 27th of September to the 4th of October 2021. And it's a general reading just to see what sort of energies are around you at this time, to see what's on the cards for you. But before we delve into the tarot reading, I need to consult the oracle. And this is the Angels and Ancestors oracle cards, which I am using today to draw a couple of cards from, just to start your reading off with. So let's see. What words of wisdom does the mysterious oracle have for Aquarius for the 27th of September to the 4th of October 2021? What messages are here for Aquarius for the next 2 weeks? What does Aquarius need to know at this time? So let's just, I can never fan this deck. Let's see, let's just take a card there and one there. And let's see what you get. Protection Guardian, drop your shields. And High Priestess, harness mystic power. That's fascinating with the Protection Guardian. You think she'd say, put up your shields. She says, drop your shields, because you are protected. You can let down barriers and know that you're guided, you're protected. And you know, she uses the peacock feathers here, and the peacock feathers are about the eyes, so it's about seeing clearly. And perhaps in order to see a situation clearly, you need to drop your shields, drop your barriers a little bit, but know you are protected, and harness mystic power. So it's a time of intuitiveness for you, perhaps, and using that, harness that, use it. So use your intuition, use your observance, your astuteness, and let those barriers down. So let's see, Protection Guardian and High Priestess. Let's see where the rest of the reading takes us. So let's see what's on the cards for Aquarius for the 27th of September to the 4th of October 2021. What messages are here for Aquarius for the next 2 weeks? What does Aquarius need to know at this time? And this is the Northern Animals Tarot that I'm using for you today to put an 8-card spread down, with the first 2 cards depicting you in your current situation, the next 2 cards highlighting the challenges you're facing at this time, and the following 2 cards offering you some guidance from divine energies as you move towards the final 2 cards, which may reveal your possible outcome to this time period. So let's see what you get. Queen of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. Cards of abundance and stillness. Let's move it down a tad. Your challenge is strength. and the Three of Cups. Your guidance is the Seven of Swords and the Hierophant. You move towards the Eight of Pentacles and the Tower. And at the bottom of the deck you have the Emperor sitting in his power, ruling over the world. He needs to be watchful. This is something, you know, the world is, his empire is something he's built up through strategy and planning. And he needs to always be attentive to it, sort of protect it. But this is about being in your own power as well, which is lovely. So you begin here, the Queen of Pentacles is a card of abundance, really. Having mastered your ability to provide, to create growth, expansion around you, and nurture others. It's quite a busy card in that way, sort of flowing with energy, with productivity and growth. But at the same time, something holds you back. The Hanged Beast is about, you know, not being able to move forward because your hands are tied, or you've put yourself in a situation or a position where you need to just hold back a bit. This is about pausing. So although, you know, this is almost like a lot has manifested for you. There's a growth and abundance and things are flowing and moving, but you hold back. You hold still, perhaps simply to observe, to look. And, you know, as I said here, you've got the Protection Guardian as well, which is, you know, calls you to observe, to be watchful, to see all. So where things are flowing and beautiful, the picture I get here is things are great, productivity, a manifestation of stability and security, and being in a position where you nurture others or nurture your projects, but you pause. Something's not quite together and you pause and you look, you wait. You know, you need to be receptive to see, to be aware, to gain enlightenment. And your challenge as you are waiting, as you are, whether you're forced to wait or whether you've put yourself in stasis, you need strength. You need that gentle, persuasive strength that incorporate, you know, this is about like finding something within you. Perhaps when we reach a point where there's a lot of fulfillment around us, we want to go deeper. And that's the sort of sense I get with this. There's a pause here, and I get a sense of a wishing for something better, something deeper, something more, even more fulfilling than material gain. And you need to tap into your strength, your patience, your endurance to see this period out. It's about the Strength card here as a challenge is about being able to delve within yourself and find that those aspects of yourself that you not, that you don't like looking at, you know, the things, you know, strength is also about facing your fears, facing things you don't normally want to, and accepting them, bringing them up to the light, and incorporating them as part of your being, self-acceptance as well. So your challenge is to exert or sort of practice patience and kind acceptance, perhaps of yourself. And you've got the Three of Cups in a challenge position. Now, the Three of Cups is usually about celebrating with comradeships. It's a sense of community and enjoyment and togetherness, and sort of unbridled joy. But as it's in your challenge position, it's almost like you're perhaps unable to let go, to have fun, to enjoy with your others. So while others around you revel in the abundance, in this perhaps a success of sorts, you feel you can't quite engage in that. And you know, that makes me think here, you drop your shields. Why can't you? You need to sort of reflect, look within, and work on whatever it is within you that is disabling you to open up, to accept, and to enjoy friendship, community spirit, and comradeship. Perhaps, you know, there's a fear there, and you know, the Emperor as well. You know, there's a worry about losing control, and that needs to be addressed. That's just the sense I get. Yeah. So your guidance card. The thing that strikes me when I look at the Seven of Swords today is the way the figure looks back. It's almost like you have stuff, you have things, you have attained something, but your attention is held to what you let go, what you weren't able to take with you. And it's sort of, as a guidance card, I get a sense of there may be some regrets, and perhaps that's what's holding you back. It's really interesting because the feeling I get from this is that you're in essentially a good place, but something's not quite right within you, and you need to hold back and work on that. Perhaps what you've attained, you begin to wonder whether you've done it through the right methods, because the Seven of Swords is about stealth and doing things in an unorthodox manner, in a way you wouldn't normally do. So the figure here sort of regrets that. He's wondering about that, and he's looking towards the Hierophant, who's all about tradition and moral guidance and doing things in a guided and traditional way. So it's perhaps your guidance simply is to try and reconnect with your traditional way of thinking, the way your elders have taught you, and perhaps there is the key to unlocking whatever it is that's not feeling quite right beneath you. I get a sense that this is going to open up a time of learning for you. With, you know, you're moving towards the Eight of Pentacles, which is about apprenticeship, about learning as you go. And I get a sense, you know, maybe you've been called to delve into more spiritual things, where you start off on a very material level, a level of material abundance. You're now being called to delve into more spiritual aspects and connect with that. So you've got the High Priestess in your Oracle card and the Hierophant in your Tarot card. So it does sort of suggest perhaps a return to focus on your belief system and allowing that to guide you. And that takes you to more learning. And through that learning, you reach a moment of epiphany. And in that moment of epiphany, you may tear down something that seems stable and strong in order to, or because you realize it's not as firmly rooted as you believed it was. And you sort of tear something down in order to rebuild in a more stable and a more long-lasting way. So that's quite profound, really. So this is a time of inner reflection, a time of turning towards your belief system and tapping into that, learning from that, and realizing that what you have built up here, what you've mastered and achieved, you may want to tear down in order to make something that allows you to connect more deeply and more joyfully with others. It's almost like you reach a level of attainment, but you go deeper, in a nutshell. So it's going deeper, Aquarius, going deeper. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed your reading and that it resonates with you. And if so, please remember to hit the like, share and subscribe buttons, and then have a good 2 weeks, and God bless you till we meet again.